Hey guys, I'm back with a real quick video. Welcome to Religion Wing TV. I'm your host, Spirituality or Drew, and we be sipping on this spirituality over here because my spiritual ears stay. Guys, I've been watching some things on YouTube and things have come full circle, not only in my life with my channel, but with other people as well. And I'm just going to touch on a couple of things that I witnessed in my own life come full circle. And I'm going to talk about another content creator in the midst of doing so. So, with that being said, I hope to see you in the live chat. All right, so guys, here we are talking about, well, it should be what goes around comes around, but what comes around goes around. Okay, let's just leave it like that. We had some things as Black people come around to us, right? Such as slavery, oppression, our separation from God. And I see that it's coming full circle. We are waking up from it. We are realizing that people lied to us, deceived us, mistreated us, and they don't really like it right now. When you speak out to a white person or against a white person for racism or anything that has to do with religion and the lies thereof, Christianity and slavery, they don't want to talk about it. They want to reap the benefits of it, meaning their race is above other races in this world, but they didn't want to talk about the real issues and how we all got to where we are today. I think that's a little bias and prejudice and not so much racist, because racist is trying to keep one race down while the other thrives, right? Also, in my personal life, guys, let me just say this job I'm working is working the heck out of me, but I enjoy it. I had to been about, oh God, 14, 15, 16, 17 when I first worked fast food. And I'm 52 years old right now, working a part-time job. And it's come full circle because I said I would never work fast food again. But let me tell you something. When you need to pay your bills, you work fast food rather than sell your butt or rob a bank or sell drugs or whatever. So it's coming full circle for me. What comes around goes around, and what goes around comes around. So, but now I want to get into 5A and this whole court situation. And this is just commentary, something I heard. Um, I watch 5A, I watch Tracy, I watch a lot of people. I just don't support a lot of the behavior and things they say and do to one another. And months ago, Fabi had told the story about how a white woman in her building had hit her daughter, something about by the elevator or whatever. And she dusted the woman out. She beat the woman's butt and put her hands on the woman. So recently, Tracy came out with court reports saying that basically Fabe have been, avoiding court and things of that nature. So, and she's being sued for $30,000 allegedly. And all of this is allegedly, except for the part I told you about me. That is my truth. But when I'm speaking on other content creators, it's all allegedly because you don't know who's telling the damn truth, who's lying, and who's making up shit just for clicks and views. So if you're commentating on any content creator in any sector, like Jay Wilson said, pretty much trust and verify or just say allegedly, because like I said, people have said they've been molested. People have said they've been this, that, and the third just to get people to feel sorry for them on these YouTube streets and shit. So you really don't know who's telling the truth. But I witnessed with my own eyes hearing Fabe say she beat a woman up in her building because the woman put her hands on her daughter. And I remember Fabe saying she beat the living dog shit, pretty much allegedly, out this woman. So the other day, I did get to see Tracy's video where she was putting out all the receipts of Fabe being sued for $30,000, had missed court dates, technically running from the process servers and things of that nature. That's why Fabe said a couple days in her video, she was like, yeah, how many times have I opened my door on live, insinuating that if anybody's looking for her, probably she sits right there, she talks loud, and she don't have a problem getting up, opening her door. We all seen her when the neighbor wanted shampoo, she offered conditioner as well. So I don't think she has a fear really of opening her door, but that doesn't say people isn't looking for her or, trying to serve her to go to court. And it's just funny. I bring this up because she was out here and she had made it known that she went to court to get an order of protection on another content creator. And what comes around goes around. Like, somebody was harassing her allegedly to make her go to court to get order of protections. Now she beat this lady up, and it's coming back to her right now. The whole court and everything is being brought up in the public eye. And if there was anything to do with court when she told us the story, it just would have been befitting of her to tell that the woman took her to court and pressed charges on her, but she withheld that. So if there's any truth to what Tracy is saying, you got to be careful out here, Fabe, because what you do in the dark always comes to the light. And basically, you're out here suing people in court, and you're being sued, which brings me to Dennis Byron and Tasha K. I have receipts of Dennis Byron being sued on Judge Judy. Now, recently, he took Tasha K to court because he was in her area or whatever, and he basically was, snooping around, and they got into it. She went hard on him on Instagram and YouTube, and he took her to court. And I did a video about that. And that right after I did that video, I was here in the house, and I saw him on Judge Judy being sued for $1,500 in rent. But he's this big time journalist out here, and he was subleasing an apartment. And I was like, yeah, what goes around comes around. You got to be careful. He was just trying to sue Tasha K. Now I see him on court being sued. And then so, people, you got a lot of people out here, I say, throwing dirt while they dirty. A lot of people know they got skeletons in their closet or did something in their past that they haven't quite shared with people yet. And the way the doxing game is being done out here, things is coming out now. And it's coming full circle for people like Fabe. She's the biggest bragger about how she popped another content creator and brought this person under subjection with a court document such as an order of protection. But then yet she has a lawsuit allegedly for $30,000, and she's been avoiding court right there in her own city, Chicago. And it's alleged by this other content creator, I heard her say this morning, that they pretty much called Fabe out in Chicago. The police department called her like a flake, like a, the Bible talks about silly women who laugh a lot. That if you ain't been watching the morning read, y'all better get into that commentary. But it talks about silly women who giggle a lot, laugh a lot, just at nothing. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of like a flake, like somebody who's educated but not really educated, appear to be educated. Money makes them educated, or a big following makes them look important, or something of that nature. But basically, she's being sued now, and all the time she ran to court on this other content creator, the police is known for her to be running to the courthouse on people. So the one time she ran to the courthouse to pop this other content creator, my question is, why didn't they bring up the $30,000 charges and the fact that she's been running from the process server, as Tracy alleges? None of this shit makes sense to me, people. That's why I don't really follow it. But I felt like just doing a normal video call. What goes around comes around, and what comes around goes around. And we've all been through things. And I started off with myself saying, basically, I swore I would never work fast food, but I'm training as a closing shift supervisor, and it's going to be part-time. But I still have to learn everything in the store, and it's whooping the shit out of me. I'm 52 and I'm in good shape, but it's a lot of work. So that's what I'm going through. What be careful what you say in this world, because it'll come back to bite you in your ass, basically. And again, for Fabe, she sued a content creator. Now it's out in the public that she's being sued by somebody that used to live in her building allegedly. And then we have the big time case coming out now with a content creator who is in the military or have affiliation with the military. And he's been on here acting real vulgar and foul and just involved in all the beefs and the dramas, threatening to take people to court. He had this content creator's son followed at his college. He has videos out where he's like, Satan, get your wife, get the bitch, and all this kind of shit. He got videos out where he was aggressively going in on this other content creator. So now this new secretary of the DHS, that's Department of Homeland Security, who this one content creator still has affiliation with and brags about having a clearance. And I'm telling you, if I ever got a clearance by the Department of Homeland Security, I'll be on my best behavior. I mean, just trying to do that as a believer in God, I'm trying to be on my best behavior. But even being a nurse, you try to be on your best behavior. Whether you on the job or off the job, that's why I can't get with these school teachers on YouTube who say they school teachers, but then they talking about gay shit. They talking about sex and drinking and all this wild shit when they off the clock. But you still represent my children, whether you on the clock or off the clock. But don't nobody want to say nothing about that, right? So this dude who's affiliated with the Army or the military, I don't know which branch, has a Department of Homeland Security clearance. Now, he been going head to head for almost the last year with this other content creator. Very abusive, and they've been going back and forth. But what comes around goes around. Now the tables turn, and this new secretary then came up in the military and like, yo, I don't care if you're on the clock or off the clock. You represent the Department of Homeland Security, and your asses better act like it. I'm just paraphrasing here, guys. This is allegedly. He didn't quite say what I said, but I got to make it so you guys can understand it, and receive it. Share this damn video. I'm going to change the title. What goes around comes around. It really does. And it makes it full circle at that point in time. Because now she got all this evidence and videos and him calling her B's and H's and all this other stuff. And it doesn't really look good when you have clearance from the Department of Homeland Security and you out here acting like this. If I had any inkling of some ties to DHS, I wouldn't be giving you the time of day. I wouldn't be out here acting like a damn fool. That goes to show you people don't really give a damn about what they obtain, what they hold, what they work for, what they have possession of. Because, like I've been telling these Christians out here, they supposed to have possession of the word of God, but they make God look bad every chance they can. That's coming full circle as well. What goes around comes around. I told you in the beginning of this video, white people told black people, white Jesus is your savior, and it's coming full circle. Now, black people are waking up, realizing that white Jesus is not going to save anything. He better try to save himself from the Most High God, because he's going to have judgment upon him as well. I'm just saying, people, things come full circle. Dennis Byron, I told you, I might have called him Dennis Brown because that's like my favorite reggae singer. But Dennis Byron, the so-called journalist out here, got into it with Tasha K. Tried to take Tasha K to court and sue her and humiliate her. And the same lawyers Tasha K allowed Larry Reed to use when E. Dewey Smith was trying to sue him and all this other stuff, is the same two lawyers that showed up on behalf of Tasha K against Dennis Byron. And I believe she got off of it. But his ass ended up on Judge Judy. I don't know if it was prior to him trying to sue Tasha K or after, but he getting sued for non-payment of rent. But yet you out in the street trying to fight Tasha K over he say, she say, trying to be the biggest blogger, and you're not even paying your rent, bro. Now, we've all been in situations and circumstances, but this is Dennis Byron. It don't matter who you are, what your name is. You can't be out here trying to shame other people when you got shame on you, or when people is saying shame on you for doing what you do. It's coming full circle, y'all. Y'all better get out while y'all can. Somebody gonna end up dead. Somebody gonna end up in jail for real, for real, for real. Now, I know this Bible tells me not to gloat over my enemy's downfall, but some of you are gloating over the fact that Fabe, who's allegedly the hottest thing in your sector of YouTube, is getting, mud smushed in her face. Because Tracy over there letting the cat, the lion, the bear, the tiger, the snakes, the fish, everything out the bag over there, allegedly on Fabe in this whole court situation where her trying to take down, another content creator, popping her, getting an order of protection. But yet you got a $30,000 lawsuit and you missed 2 court appearances, and it seems that you're running from the law. And the law allegedly calls you a flake out in Chicago, but you call yourself CSI 5. I'm just trying to figure this shit out, y'all. I don't know what is going on with, you don't know who to believe. So I advise you, if you're going to do commentary, you can't trust Fox News. They down with damn Trump. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You just can't be out here believing and commenting on everything that comes across your desk. But you can make sense of this, because all of us, to the 2 people watching, what comes around goes around. You might be out here trying to pop somebody today, trying to get them in court, trying to dox them, and then tomorrow it's you. And the same thing is befalling you. Be careful, people. Y'all don't want to keep going through this cycle. What else can I think about out here coming full circle? There's a lot of people that, just got on these YouTube streets. I'm going to be the biggest. I'm going to be the baddest. I'm going to destroy you until death do us part. I mean, it was people out here saying, I'm not going to let up off of you until you die. And I remember saying, I'm not going to be a witness to your murders, to your doxings, to your child pornography, all that shit. No, 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 no. But a lot of y'all want to be down for clicks and views, and you don't care what comes across your desk. You don't care what you talk about. You don't care who it is you're talking about. But these are the 4 things I could think of that have came full circle around me in the last couple of days or weeks. I told you, when I was 19, I did fast food, McDonald's and Burger King. I was like, oh, hell, never again. Got into nursing, had a degree in business, never looked back. But I told you, I took to be closing shift supervisor, which anybody wants to be a supervisor. I kind of swallowed my pride, learning the business from the ground up. And it's working the shit out of me, people. At almost 52 years old, fast food is kicking my ass. Excuse me. I also shared with you white people, races. There was a point in time where things were black. White people say it's now white. They gave you a white Jesus. You ran with it. Now some of us black folks is waking up like, who the hell is white Jesus? And why white people get mad when you say white Jesus is not the God of all people? Coming full circle for a lot of us out here in this world. What goes around truly is going to come back around. Dennis Byron, suing Tasha K, and I'm going to end it after I get back to Fabe and Tracy. And then again, the content creator with the pink door, that guy, he was out here, doing the same thing. But let me do Dennis Byron, Tasha K. He sued Tasha K. I have audio. I can't pull it up because I have to go to my secular job. But when I come in this evening, I'll play you the audio and show you that Dennis Byron was on Judge Judy being sued. But yeah, you out here trying to sue Tasha K. Like, get that, people, please. All of us got some fucked up problems, but you trying to be out here like ain't nothing wrong with you. I ain't got nothing to hide. Like, we ain't nothing in my closet but over 50,000 pieces of clothes, shoes, pocketbooks, jewelry, sunglasses, and thereof. You know, damn skeleton. My testimony is I'm not ashamed, but I'm not out here doxing people. I'm not out here doing shit to people. But we all have something. Oh my God, we may not want the world to know about. I told y'all I'd rather have alopecia than AIDS. Y'all out here talking about AIDS this, AIDS that, AIDS, the no edges. Come on, if you had to choose, which one would you want and which one would you walk with? Hell, let's keep it real. What comes around goes around. Y'all out here telling people XYZ about ABC, and it's all gonna come back and befall you. And it may not come back from the person you set out to hurt. Fabe and this woman in her building, she beat the dog shit out that lady. Out here bragging about how she popped another content creator. We would love to hear that story time about allegedly how you missed 2 court dates and being sued for $30,000. That may get you 2,000 people in your live chat. Okay. And then you got, like I said, the king out here going hard against women, against another content creator. Now she's on a mission to get everybody to file a report because this new secretary of DHS is basically saying, you know what? You represent me. I don't give a damn if you on the clock or not. I'm paraphrasing. What you do off the clock reflects who we are on the clock and all the damn time. And if you could go back a year ago and use all those videos and all that arguing and beefing and explaining how to do sex this, sex that, the pink door lies, and could put it to that DHS new secretary, it may affect this person's career. He may not have a clearance no more. So you guys got to think about these things. I bet when he was out here doing it, he never thought there was going to be a new security that feel the way I feel when it comes to God and his Bible. You Christians say you love God, but you are not representing him on the clock and off the clock, in the spirit and out the spirit, in the body and out the body. You just ain't doing it. And now you got jobs. And remember, most people don't have good jobs because the first thing an employer going to do is come to your social media and see what you're really about. That's why y'all fighting hard on YouTube to get people to watch you, because you wouldn't have a living no other way. Ain't nobody going to bring this shit to their job. If they see you on the videos cutting up like you cut up, they going to think you're going to cut up on the job, on the real job. And now I bet you this content creator wish he hadn't said all the things he said, but some of y'all don't have remorse. But a lot of the things that he might have said may come back to bite him in his ass. And then you have the other content creator. Hell, most people be living for the day where they can make you eat your own words. Or you've been messing with me for over a year now. All of a sudden, I got something on you. It just fell in my lap. And they could do more damage to you than you ever did to me in the last year of us beefing. Y'all don't think about stuff like that. Y'all just out here beefing and doing what it do for a click and a view. But these clicks and the views have consequences, y'all. They have consequences. Yo, what comes around goes around. I'm about to end it here, y'all. It is what it is. You got to be careful in these YouTube streets. Have that same energy on your own court case. Absolutely. If I have one, they love. I've been to court at 19. That judge said, I'm going to make an example of you. I was selling crack cocaine, got caught with 12 8-balls, $5,000 worth of drugs bagged up in a sawed-off shotgun. And God said, I'm going to make a better example of her. If I have a court case to go to, if you're referring to me, then I damn sure will keep that same energy. I ain't out here trying to see black people go to court. I ain't out here trying to put people under the bar, under the prison, under the knife, under the gun, under the 6 feet under. But they not keeping the same energy for their court cases. They out here, and then when it hits home, has anybody seen 5 days since Tracy put out all that information? Has anybody seen 1,000 people in her chat? Since Tracy put out all the information. Come on, you gotta be careful. Has anybody seen Dennis Byron? Hopefully, I could get me 10,000 views when I show y'all Dennis Byron out here done sue Tasha K. Yeah, his butt in court getting sued because he didn't want to pay his rent. Like, unbelievable. I've been to court before with housing. I don't live in housing now, but they had to take my butt to court. I settled with the judge, paid my differences, and moved on. I'm not exempt from this stuff. But right now, it ain't nothing nobody want. Hell, I'm working 2 part-time jobs, trying to open a nursing agency. Like that person said at DHS, you represent me on the clock, off the clock. Let me just say, look at El Teddy. He was on the gentleman's panel last night or the night before. And at the end of it, I just caught the end of it. They started getting on Rebel Son about, the gay stuff or whatever. And then he started talking. I said, God damn, ain't he a teacher? Thank God my children, my youngest is 27 in April. And I got grandchildren going to school. Don't get me wrong. But is this the people that's teaching your children? What the hell are they teaching them in school when your back is turned? If this is how they act on camera, I don't know what the hell going down in them classrooms. And you wondering why these little boys coming home talking about, I want to be gay. Uh-huh. Come on now. What comes around goes around, y'all. You bear. I told my daughter in school, and I'm going to end it here because I got to get ready to go to work. I said, I don't care if I'm there or not. She bear her father's last name, but you bear my DNA. You live in my house, so I raised your ass. You represent me. You know what I'm saying? Whether I'm there or not, looking or not. Same thing I'm trying to tell these Christians. You bear the word of God. You bear the DNA, the spirit of God. Why are you out here acting like the devil? Making God look bad in church and out of church. It don't matter where you go. You're supposed to keep that same energy for God. Some of y'all got the best jobs out here in the world and get on YouTube and act like a fool. Hell, some of y'all even lost your job because of YouTube. Many people can't get the jobs you had for those of you who lost your jobs on YouTube. What comes around goes around, y'all. Y'all better be careful. To the 3 people, you cannot leave education up to the teachers. You got to teach your own kids. That's right, Naylove. We see what kind of teachers we raising up in these last days. There's a lot of teachers in our sector, in this sector of YouTube. And you see how they act on camera, and it just leads me to believe, do they turn it off when they get in school? Then that's kind of being fake, right? They one way when they teach the kids, and they another way. I don't see people turning it off. I see people being the same way everywhere they go. Ain't that what YouTube is about? Being yourself, being your personality. That's scary to know people is on YouTube and then go to school and teach your kids the same way. So I appreciate the 3 people listening, guys. You can share this video. If this is your first time here, you can subscribe to support this channel. There's nothing wrong with that. You support everything else on YouTube. The difference is I'm trying to get you guys to see that if you just come from the dark light carrying to the pure light, because there's a lot of dark light disguised as the angel of light out here, and it's not real light. And even in pure light, you're going to struggle, you're going to be oppressed, you're going to be sought after, sought to be killed, stolen, and destroyed, because that's what they do with God's people in the word. So no matter how you look at it, you're going to be persecuted. But you got a leg to stand on. You got a word to stand on. You got a spirit backing you who says, vengeance is mine, thus saith the Lord. If you're doing it right, you can't be out here pretending, like we read in the morning read. There's a lot of priests whoring after other gods. I did say priests because the Bible said priests. And they're teaching the people how to whore after other gods. And what goes around is definitely going to come back around. Like I said, it did it in the days of slavery with white Jesus, and it's doing it. You can see it on YouTube. People out here trying to pop people, but now they getting popped in a worse way. It's like, come on. So be mindful, people. Nayla, thank you. Thank you to the other two people watching. I'm going to go ahead and end it now because I have other responsibilities and duties and obligations. But in my spare time, I will continue to educate you people, to do a little better with ourselves, to think ahead, to be prepared. I know today has enough problems in its own, but if you do something today, it probably can affect you tomorrow. Your decisions, it probably can take you off course from what you wanted to do. Now it has you backpedaling, doing other things. You're watching Religion Link TV. We sip on all the spirituality we can over here. I'm your host, Drew, and my spiritual ears stay. All right, guys. Peace and shalom, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you, Nayla. Love you. Thank you. And much love. Good to see you, Nayla. I know I don't come on here much, but when I do, like I said, it's to edify, encourage, exhort, exalt, comfort, in the admonition of the Lord, because there's so much wickedness going on. That's why we have to redeem the times. These last days are truly evil. So I appreciate you all listening, and I'm going to go ahead and end it here. God bless you and shalom.